I think the story of Sergeant York is appealing to many, many people. Not just the people of America, not just the people of Tennessee, but the people the whole world wide. It's a story of epic bravery, a man who is a skilled shot, who is able to take on the German army in effect and come through and win.
In the summer 2005, my friend Michael Kelly from the UK and I went over to Châtel-Chehery to tour around. I'd been toying with the idea of trying to do some GIS analysis in that area, and that was when I initially attempted to follow in the footsteps of Alvin York.
Where we are.
At the time I was looking for a dissertation topic for my PhD, and what I wanted to do was demonstrate the utility of geographic information science for recreating the pattern of historic events on the modern landscape with map overlay and documentary integration with the maps. And so with my friend Michael Birdwell from Tennessee Tech and David Curry, historian from Nashville, and several other folks, we decided to go over in spring break of March 2006 and see if we couldn't find enough artifacts to compare with the documentary evidence and maps and see if we could locate York's position. By our calculations, one of the grave sites is going to be right around in that area. The other one is going to be right up there. So this forum is there. That's according to the Danforth map. Well, the American Army embarked on the Meuse-Argonne offense in late September 1918, and the 82nd Division was in reserve, and on the 7th they were ordered into combat, and York's outfit, which was G Company, the 2nd Battalion of the 328th Infantry, was given the task of attacking and severing a German narrow-gauge railway to the west of the village of Châtel-Chehery. The attack started about 6 in the morning. It was really rainy and cold. It was the 8th of October. York's company and his platoon were on the very far left flank of the 2nd Battalion attack. York's platoon sergeant, Harry Parsons, ordered 3 squads to try to move to the left and silence the machine gun fire from the left flank, and York commanded one of the 3 squads that went. They surprised the Germans, who began to surrender. Other Germans who were manning machine guns further up the slope saw what was happening and turned their guns around and fired on the Americans, and they killed 6 instantly, wounded 3 others, including all of the non-commissioned officers except Alvin York. So as the senior non-commissioned officer, he took command of the patrol. Using his rifle and pistol, he silenced the German machine gun fire. He killed between 20 and 25 Germans. Eventually, because of his accurate fire, the German lieutenant in command surrendered to him. He and the other 7 men took their wounded and escorted the prisoners back to the battalion command post, which was a little bit southwest of the village of Châtel-Chehery. And at that point, the prisoners were counted, and he had captured 132 Germans.
When we got to France the first time, and then also the second time, the French people were curious to see what we were doing. And they came out of the woodwork, as it were, to see what are these people doing, and what's all this equipment they're carrying and heading off down into the woods down below the town. They were very interested in what we were doing.
Salamanca, New York.
And what's the name?
Chargeur du Chauchat. C.H. Campbell.
Campbell. Campbell. Yeah, Campbell. Solomon, can you USA?
The current mayor of Châtel is a man by the name of Alain Recau, who was a policeman in Paris, but who's moved to Châtel. And we met him on the first trip, and he wanted to show us things that he'd just found. And so in his little shack behind his house, he had the sort of things we thought we'd find.
Wire cutters. It's a German one.
Here's some wire cutters.
He's another German too. Est-ce que tu connais beaucoup de choses? Depuis combien de temps en fait connais-tu cette histoire qui est autour de York, etc. Comment as-tu appris ça?
En achetant ici en 91.
Okay. When he bought this house in 1991, he started to have received some information about Sergeant York.
Mais quand j'étais plus jeune, j'avais déjà vu le film.
But when he was younger, he saw the movie with Gary Cooper.
Voilà. Et puis j'ai dit tiens.
So he makes a connection when he arrived here with the movie and the real story. And start to be very interesting by.
Je pensais pas me retrouver dans le patelin où.
And never he thought that he could be one day to live in Châtel-Chéry where York was.
And our objective over this last 5 days has been to, in some way, shape or form, perhaps decide where York fought. Not to prove or to disprove his story, but for the benefit of the people of France, for the people of the United States, and also for the people of Germany, to have an opportunity to look at Sergeant York, the mythical efforts of a soldier from Tennessee 90 years ago. And by using technical aids that we have this week, I think we have made great achievements, and there is hope for many, many people.